And I'm back, and I've done a lot of scanning, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner. It's actually still going because I started scanning some things that contained a crazy amount of stuff, and yeah, that's kind of what happens. It kind of just starts breaking down, and that's going to be going for quite some time. So now if I right click this, we'll find the aspects of magic, and we'll notice they're all in here. If you highlight over it, it'll tell you sources of, the thing that you clicked on. So like Herba, all of those things contain Herba as far as I'm aware. All these things that I'm aware of contain Famus or Fabrico, things of that nature. And so on and so forth until eventually. But first, the first thing we need to do is actually, I have some paper in my hand. We actually need to take my scribing tools back, right click the Thaumonomicon, and we're actually going to start doing research. Our first research shall be research expertise. So the first step is we take it, put the scribing tools back, and we put the research note in there. So obviously you can see this huge list of all the things that I have researched, and these three. We have Cognito, Ordo, and Census. I just happen to know their names, so it's good for that if you can remember them. So we now have to join them through connections by placing certain things here. For instance, order and air, I believe, go to make light, so I can... that's actually incorrect. There's other things that work. So like you would place them there, and it would cause them to join. For instance, if you put order and air together, connection test, and it should tell us, but sadly I can't see it because the stupid thing over there in the right-hand corner is still freaking broken. So there's that. But for instance, census, I believe, has to do with soul. It does, which then has to do with, I believe, life and death. Where's Mortis? Not sure actually what just happened there. But nonetheless, it doesn't really matter. So, what does order and air go into? I know it's something. Is it modus? Is that what that is? Yes. Okay. So we have to now join these two, not in any particular order, and we can just do them out and about and whatnot have you. So usually it's easier to get them down into their most primitive of aspects, so I can leave it and it'll come back. So what we want to do is click on aspects of magic. We want to go see what makes up modus. So we have to find it in the book. Modus is air and ordo. Now the other one we have is spiritus, which is life and mortis. Now I believe neither of these contain air or order for that matter. But I do know that life is from water and earth. So if we join spiritus with life, that stupid thing is now earth and water. So we can now join earth and water and then ordo. Now earth and ordo, I'm pretty sure do actually make something. So you'll start to memorize these things eventually. So I'm looking for earth, terra, and ordo. Terra and ordo make vitreous, so that's actually really good because then I can do this. Where's terra? Oh god. Terra. And then, no, vitreous was in the end. Vitreous, and now I've joined two of them. So I now have to get across the page and join to Cognito. Now I'm not 100% sure what actually goes. That is not what I wanted. I'm not quite sure what goes into Cognito. Oh, there it is. Cognito is Ignis and Spiritus. So that actually makes this really easy. So where's Spiritus? We can join Spiritus, and then we can join the two Spirituses together through the things that make them up, which is life and death. We're done. We just learned the research. Bam. Research expertise. We now have it. So we can click on it. It'll tell us you become more efficient at performing research. Whenever you remove an aspect that you placed in a hex, there's a 25% chance of regaining the point. You're also able to see what aspects you need to combine to create an aspect you are hovering over. So that actually helps out an awful lot. So obviously, there's other things we can go into, like the deconstruction table. It'll allow us to undo things and stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make myself a second pair of scribing tools. And now, that kind of seems like a pretty stupid idea. Honestly, sometimes it can be. What did I do with the glass bottles? There they are. Because in my case, it's going to waste... I don't think I scanned this. Let me scan that real quick. Yeah, census. Not quite sure what the heck that's for, but... So, we join these three. Get ourselves scribing tools. And you usually want to walk around with scribing tools and paper in your inventory. Because, remember those pop-ups that you gain, like an insight? That would usually write out a document for you, but I didn't have any paper in my inventory or scribing tools, so nothing happened. So you just do this and bam. You just get some paper. And the reason I'm going to keep them in my inventory is so that I can click on stuff like this, for instance, Research Mastery, so that we can just get notes whenever we want them and not have to worry about having to take the scribing tools in and out. Now this is obviously, it gets significantly harder the more advanced the research is. For instance, we have these three again, and then we have Recantio. So let's join these three in a way we know how. There's life. Bam. So that actually worked out pretty well. Now we need to do Recantio, which is just magic. But Recantio is made from Vacuos and Potentia. Potentia is fire and something, but we're about to find out. I just remembered I can just look at it. I don't know. Yeah. Where there's Potentia is Ordo and fire, Ignis. So Recantio, Vacuos. What is Vacuos made from? Air and Perdicio. And Mortis, I believe, was made from Perdicio, correct? Yes. And made from Vacuos, so I can join them now. Yeah. Bam, got that one. That one was not too hard. Now, I believe... Alright, so we've just... As you can see down there in the right-hand corner in the weirdest text possible, it says, you've gained permanent warp. Now, we'll talk a little bit about warp in a moment, but research mastery. This is really important because when you read about it, it says you have become even more efficient performing research. Whenever you remove an aspect, it gives 50% chance. Additionally, there's a 10% chance that whenever you place an aspect, that it will not cost any research points to do so. Lastly, you're able to combine aspects in the research table by shift-clicking on the aspect you wish to create. If you have enough of the component aspects, it will automatically combine and create the clicked aspect. Obviously, it's just a hand to help me do research. So that warp thing that you just saw, what does that mean? Well, warp is very bad. Warp is kind of like me going insane. It's not very good. Not good at all. The more warp you have, the more negative effects that happen to you. I have no idea when they'll start occurring because I have not ventured into Thaumcraft very far. I know how it works, but I have not ventured into Thaumcraft. Now I'm going to kill these and get some ink sacs because we'll actually have to refill the scribing tools eventually, and not having ink sacs would be a pain in the butt. There's one of the effects of warp. As you can see, that weird thing happened. What was that? Honestly, I have no idea. So what was that? Because it usually gives you like some kind of text or something saying like, you hear something from behind you, blah. And it's like, okay. Warp isn't actually all that bad. I need Slimus. So that'll give us that. Warp usually isn't all too bad, but sometimes it can actually summon some like Eldritch Guardians or something and really screw you over. Especially, I mean, me it wouldn't hurt too bad because I have Terra Steel, but obviously if you're venturing into this without the crazy armor and stuff, you're not going to be very happy about the effects. So that's what Bombcraft is pretty much decently about. We'll eventually progress a little bit here, so I guess we'll start talking about nodes. So I'm going to take that node. We're going to talk about nodes while I'm attempting to do this. Oh, screw me! Are we serious? I don't know what that is. I actually do wonder what that is. I don't think these are worth anything. I know they are. They're worth the feather. Screw the feather. So actually, I have no idea what that is. So we're going to just go, and I'm going to show you what a node looks like, because there's one over here. So there it is. This one is a node, an aura node. It contains aspects, only primal aspects. So this would be Ignis, Water, Terra, Perditio, Ordo, and things of that nature. This is how you recharge your wand. You come up to it and you right click it, and you can see me sucking things out of it. But the problem is if you suck all of the essence out of it, you will end up possibly destroying the node. That's the thing. You can actually break it by left clicking it. As you see there are particle effects. You can break said aura node. So, but I definitely do not recommend doing that, because then you end up just like screwing yourself over, honestly. But if you take all of the aspects out of it, they might not come back. So obviously I don't want to take any more out, because I'll end up taking the water out and we'll be waterless in that node. And that's also a normal faded or fading node. I don't remember which one. Normal is good. Normal is generally decent. There's nothing bad about it. There's nothing good about it. It's just an aura node, you know, nothing too advanced. Excuse me. I don't know what was going on there. That was odd. You know, nothing too advanced. It's just stuff going on. But what you can end up with is other types of nodes that can, can end up landmines. That can end up doing other things, such as a hungry node, which will eat everything around it, which has its perks, and also it's not a very good thing for it to just be consuming everything. I do not see any of the thing I need right now. I see like Zippo aura nodes. This is a pain in the butt, isn't it? It's exactly what this is gonna be. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. I believe this is good stuff. Oh, we also got a lot of books about it for us, which is good, because we'll have to remember that and come back. Ooh, include a new research. Okay, it lied. I guess it's just something in the Thumbonomicon rather than... What the heck? Oh, Lucky Blocks. So it's just... Lucky Blocks spawned this, and that's why it's here. So... Sadly, I think that's all the time I have for this episode. Oh, I can finally scan the freaking door. Oh god, there's a blitz. I hate those. They make that noise, and it's just the creepiest sound ever. You know, cactus. Forgot to scan cactus. So, it seems like I have a bit more scanning to do before I can actually finish this research, which is not good. But that's okay. I'll find it eventually. So, alright, there's a cyclage on there. I don't know if you'll see it, but that was definitely a bit weird. What in the world was I even talking about? Oh, so scanning. There is another item I'll make, but I'll probably make that first time next episode. Oh god, I almost fell in. Because that's all I have for today. So I guess I'll see you guys later.